Hey, happy Thursday. This is going to be a coffee rant with Dan. It's funny, I do these things, I get inboxed for message requests by Chinese bots. Hi, you like coffee too? Let's talk. You can tell they're bots. I just think it's funny. Then I get these other, a little bit more intelligence requests for chat, friend requests and stuff. And I can tell they're humans. It's hilarious. It happened quite a few times. Finally, I messaged him and said, "Hey, you guys are fucking retards." And I haven't heard back from them. I haven't had any other friend requests. I find that to be funny. Although that's the only thing I find funny going on in our world right now. I got something that I'm going to read. I had something that I wrote in response to a video that I seen where this guy is spelling out some pretty tactically righteous stuff in the plane of effects on what's going on in our country. I wanted to reply to that, and I posted it. So I just want to read it and put it out there into video land. And this is after quite a few years of research, study, meditation, and intuition. It's a combination of all that. You can't just have left brain study or right brain woo-woo intuition. I think it's a combination of both. Is where I'm drawing my conclusions from. So you decide if things seem normal in the world. You decide if in an American election the outcome is going to change what's going on in a crazy burning world. You decide if 4 years ago all the countries of the world, all the world governments worked in tandem to lock the entire world down. It's your decision to look at what has happened and come to a conclusion and quit allowing contradictions to be on the table. You need to take those off the table. Okay, so this is just my response. This is going to be a short coffee rant. Hopefully I don't get too angry. But here was my response. Stay in cognizant dissidence if you wish, my fellow Americans, my fellow citizens of a burning world. In the plane of effects, we are militarily fucked because people's egos are so media entranced with purposely created dialectics to divide America. The world is burning, and voters think that voting even more harder is going to be the key. In the plane of causation is a spiritual war in which humanity refuses to acknowledge, adhere to, and follow God's spiritual cosmic natural laws of behavioral actions, which demand that we as higher sentient beings do not initiate harm or steal from others. All beings in this 3D reality must adhere to these laws. Yes, that's extraterrestrial beings and the ones who made us as well. This is why the advanced beings that created us thousands and thousands of years ago as a slave species have used their bloodlines to rule us with their advanced occulted knowledge of how karma really works to trick us into destroying one another for them, thereby mitigating the negative consequential effects of their desires. Now, there are higher beings for us, but we got to pull it together and start caring for one another, ourselves, and realize that if we don't, we will all share in the same fate if we collectively continue to allow violence created by our would-be masters to get even worse. Do not count on any higher beings to come to our rescue. Why would they? Just to watch us devolve again into a violent, slave-allowing, self-absorbed lunatic race again? In creation, there is no law that allows any being to rule over another being, period. I served honorably in the United States Marine Corps and later many years at various levels in American law enforcement. I am not anti-American or anti-anything for that matter. I am pro-citizens of humanity that need to unite against the puppeticians and their puppet serpents who are doing the bidding of higher beings who want to keep their hands clean. I say let's force those beings to dirty their own hands, do their own dirty work. Their damn selves. That was the gist of it. I may have ad-libbed here or there. That's the gist of what I wrote, and I mean it 100%. This is not human-driven, folks. You're foolish to think so. Okay? Cognizant dissonance is a state where you see evidence and are presented with evidence that is true and contrary to a belief you already held to very dearly, and you don't want to believe it, so you pretend it's not true. We're in a state of Stockholm syndrome, which makes us affectionate towards the people who are ruling us and holding us hostage and making us murder one another. The citizens of the world do not want to kill and murder one another. First off, there's a difference between killing and murder. Okay? Murder is what they're making us do to one another and what they want done. Killing would be something you would do in self-defense. They want to push everybody into this situation of self-preservation and self-defense. So we got to think with calmer minds. As free human beings, citizens of this world, we have a right to live free. It is our birthright. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I am not a constitutionalist. I'm a voluntarist. I don't vote. I don't believe in the Constitution because I don't need a human being scribbling down on some parchment or piece of paper, handing to me another human being, here are your rights because I scribbled them down. Those are my fucking birthrights. They're your birthrights also. We need to claim these birthrights. I think that's all I'm going to say for today because I'm going to get really aggravated and I don't want to get pissed off, but get a little fucking mad. Showing emotions and getting mad, there's nothing wrong with it. Especially if it's a conscious response to all of us being murdered and attacked from every angle. And I know more people see this than just me. I'm telling you folks, right and left, we are not voting our way out of this. There's a lot of things coming together that they've planned perfectly. Everything from military age males coming into our country and are going to be forced to join a purposely weakened military to create the havoc they want to create. We are in a population call and a population control agenda. And the puzzle to this, for me, is a lot simpler, even though it is a complex thing. It's a lot simpler than most people realize. What would you do if you wanted to create real chaos, to extinguish a species and create a bunch of slaves? How would you destabilize a region? How would you keep people from procreating? I mean, I can go on and on and on. So, you go to gyms as a man, and women there are half naked. Now, I don't care how people dress. I'm not a rapist. I'm not going to go up and have to touch a woman because she's naked. But if sexuality, the female body, the male body for that matter, but the female body, if it was a stock, it would be fucking plummeting. They're desensitizing us. So then what do we depend on? Oh, let's go look at porn instead. Let's sext each other because we can't be together. We're not actually getting together as real human beings anymore. That's just another facet or another spoke that they're using to keep us from procreating. There's other things that they've given us that are making people infertile and are, causing problems, physical problems with other people. This world needs peace and discernment and unity. So more of us need to, get out and speak. I can tell you, order followers, as a former cop, corrections officer, Marine, worked for NASA, federal contract, I can go on and on and on with my fucking resume. They're going to throw you under the bus if you follow immoral orders. It's not going to matter. Don't follow these orders that you're going to get. That's why they're bringing people into this country who will follow them. And have our military busy elsewhere with wars they're starting on purpose. This is not an American problem. This is a humanity problem. So I'm not anti-American. I'm pro-humanity. All of humanity's citizens need to unite against those who are trying to murder us, or I should say, make us murder each other for them, because they're fucking cowards. Anyway, with that said, happy Thursday. And until next time, man, stay safe, stay healthy, stay frosty, stay strapped. Nothing but love.
Stand and fight. Live by your heart. Always one more try.